Hello, my little goblins. We're back at it. Top 5 replays of the week, and we're starting off with Daddy. He's playing against Ray, and we got Pot of Desire set 1, Lightning Storm. This is a festival game, this particular replay, but it is a pretty darn good one. Another Pot of Desires makes you think, what the hell's happening? What's going on here, Buckaroo? Looks like Daddy's going to start taking things off. He's going to lead off with Unchained Twins. Going to get hit that imperm. We're going to chain the right card to pop the other card, which is going to allow him to chain the Unchained Soul. So Unchained Soul gets special summoned. Boom. And here comes another big boy. And we get to set that, pop that. And there comes another one. And I think one thing I get confused by is I don't know what because I'm not very familiar with Unchained. What's stopping you guys from attacking? I assume there's a card here that prevents you from attacking your opponent when you do it. Otherwise you just kind of left 50, 100 damage on board. But I am assuming, because I've seen, this isn't the first Unchained replay I've seen. I've seen a bunch of them, and I assume there's something here that prevents him attacking. Not sure. Or maybe he was afraid of the evenly. That's definitely a possibility. So we're going to have Soul Rage come up. We're going to grab the Twins. Monster Reborn taking his monster. Okay. I mean, this guy's running out of his... He's kind of have to do something now. Nani? Eater of Millions? Okay. Well, we got a clock. Clock's happening. Ice Dragon's Prison. Well, we got Chain. Escaped. Okay, good. Nice, nice. And we get Red rebooted. It looks like it should be GG for Daddy. But I don't think it's going to happen that way. So, what ends up happening here? Another pot. I actually didn't even know that this banish strategy was in the festival. I don't think I've ever played against this. But Grand Maju is a fiend, so it technically could work. Just gonna activate this, brings this out. I think this can link summon or no, never mind. This pops and then this brings this out. Change of Heart. He's going to pop the back row. The Change of Heart will still go off, though. But I'm pretty sure we get another Abominable Unchained. Yep. Pop. Okay. And then he just pops his own. Just so he doesn't get it. Well, that's kind of annoying. We're just going to attack for 3k. I mean, anything really? I mean, there's a lot of top decks this person can do. You just kill him outright. And it looks like we're going to do another Pot of Extravagance into a Regeki. End phase, this card comes back. He's going to blow up that back row. It's a Macrocosmos. Probably could have used that early. Macrocosmos would have made Daddy lose immediately. But instead, he teaches Ray what business is about. GG. Good job, Daddy. All right, we're here with game number 4 of the week, and we got Can't Eat My Ash versus Bahamut. And, playing Trap Tricks. Interesting seeing the red reboot. This is actually a ranked game, so no festival shenanigans going here as you see the Trap Tricks, the insect monster. But he's playing against Stunlock Runic, which is a very tilting deck, and the red reboot's actually going to be pretty useful here. So we're going to red reboot that skill drain. A huge red reboot. Sets Rivalry, which is a little scary. Runic Dispelling hits triple attack, which is actually not the worst in the world. I'm just going to let him get Holteo. Lets him get Mermelio. So Mermelio is going to be crucial in picking apart this board. But alas, he's got Runic Slumber for the last card. He plays Max C to get the draw 1. But he's still going to draw 3 cards, so it doesn't really... It's going to be kind of tough for him to climb out of this. Never mind, he top decks Ash with the Max C. He's better than everyone else at this game. And then, boom, we're going to prevent that draw 3, which is going to help us very, very, very much. We're going to go into Alamoreus. He's going to use Alamoreus to get another pop on this Myrmelios to start picking apart that skill drain, which is going to be really annoying. We almost have lethal, 1100 off on board. And look, we're able to go into Cholera, which is going to bring that Myrmelio again. Boom, popping that field spell. Boom. So he just has to deal with this too. We know this is Rivalry, which gets rid of half the board because there's some plants, some insects. And then there can only be one. He has all floodgates. He's invincible. He just goes to combat. He attacks. And Runic Slumber. We're searching for Gary. Gary's annoying. Gary's a rat. We're going to activate Trap Tricks, Trap Hole, Nightmare. What I'm confused about is how come we didn't pop, negate that effect, and if you do, destroy that card. Not sure why it didn't pop. Interesting. And then we're going to go for the kill anyway, because we have Holotea. Ooh, and we clear that last back row. Good job. Good job. That's all I'm going to say. That was splendid. Hello, we have number 3 for the week, and we have Aeon Koji, which is a really good replay. Honestly, this could have been top 3, to be honest. I guess it is top 3. This could have been like number 1, to be honest. This is really, really solid. He's playing against full Sword Soul Bowl board. This guy goes into Shijiao. He ends up going into... he gets Blackout, which means he has Longyan already in hand. He goes into this Synchro Monster, which is insane. And then he's able to go into Protoss, and he's going to have Blackout, too. Pretty crazy. He's going to instantly Kaiju that, because that's going to be a problem. Right? Now we're going to negate the Machina, activate the World Legacy Monstrosity. And you might be saying, well, Fatso, how the fuck is he doing anything here? There's no way he's going to be able to win, right? Well, you'd be surprised. This BES Blaster Cannon is going to be the secret tech that lets him get to form material. And he goes into the Kurokuri Divine Carnate. Big damn. There we go. We attack. He activates the Blackout. He's going to activate. Remember how this card works. It works on how many material you'll have. So since he has 4 material, he gets to slurp everything up. Slurp. Slurp. Now he's at 4k attack. He's going to activate to make everyone draw a card. And then he sucks up a card. Sucks up Emergent. So this card must be crazy. Plays a boss stage, which is going to let him grab Har. Which is pretty much going to be Har. You're done for, buddy. I was so cringe, I'm sorry. But that was pretty good. I mean, that was a crazy slurping, right? That was a good slurping. Hello and welcome to number 2 of the week. And we got Endor Zark. And he is going to be playing against Tearlament. That is a Shadal Splash. Interesting. I'm going to tell you this right now. This guy comes up with a pretty crazy end board. The only knock I'm going to have on the end board this person makes is for the single fact that he doesn't make an end board with crime. So he doesn't make a crime end board, which honestly is a crime, right? You know, a lot of people are playing. He milled crime. Maybe that was the reason. I guess it wasn't physically possible. I don't know. Debatable. All right. Well, we're comboing off. We go into Winda. So he goes to Winda, Time Thief for Doer, Kaleido Heart, Keldo. He's gonna shuffle back 5 cards and set 4. Pretty terrifying IMO. But if you don't have crime, I mean, this is gonna be a pretty tough one for you to win, I think. He gets Metaverse. At least he adds this to hand instead of playing it. That could have been devastating. Plays it evenly match. He's going to be able to dodge this with Redoer. The thing, I will say this. The thing about tier limit is they can play through quite a lot, but this is pretty devastating, them being able to do this. But now he just goes into Rickelio, so his board is still Rickelio's window, which pretty gnarly, I'm not going to lie. He plays Purple, Poison, Magician. He activates Summon. And we're in main phase 2, so he can't attack. But I will say this. If he did have his battle phase still, this card would allow him to trump over the window, which I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be looking to do. But the opponent does something really weird here. So he gets rid of the window, right? Which I kind of get. I guess he kind of had to, right? Yeah, he pretty much had to get rid of window probably. Because, like, he's going to be able to out with purple. But I was thinking, like, you have the field spell. Like, do we have a shuffler? We have a shuffler, too. Couldn't he have just field spell, shufflered, and, like, try and, like, deal with the cards that can out the window in the back row? I don't know. Personally, I think that was probably the play to do. Instead of doing whatever the hell this is. I mean, you should be abusing that field spell any chance you get. But because like, this is the thing, like, in my mind. Window, yes, it prohibits you from doing certain things. Unless you can OTK the opponent, I guess. It makes sense. And here's another mistake, in my opinion. This should be Zeus. He should make this into Zeus. He should have made this into Zeus. I really don't even think, like, it's negotiable at this point. He would have had a 2-material Zeus as backup plan. I mean, he still has a shuffler. Now it's like, okay. Shuffles these cards back, okay. Pops, negates that, okay. I mean, the Zeus was looking pretty fucking sweet there, right there, I think. And it's a big-ass body, too, 3K. This is like a 3-turn clock now, instead of it being like a 2-turn clock. Maybe I'm just a hater on the opponent. That's probably what it is. I don't know, I'm looking at this very quickly, but from, like, short view, like, without doing much detailed looking, I feel like the opponent definitely could have won this one. If he just played it a little bit better. A little closer to the heart. But it looks like Ender Zach steals it away, and that gives him number 2 for the week. Hello, for number 1, we got Crisis, and this is a festival event deck, and I'm just going to say, I put this at number 1, not particularly because it was masterfully played by either person. I mean, I think both people played fine, but mainly because of how hilarious it is. I mean, if you guys played the event, you know how bad Red Reboot absolutely obliterates people, but I don't think you've seen how bad it could obliterate people if you guys play Dark Lords. So the opponent is pretty much going to be like fully comboing off. We're doing hand rips. There's a polymerization bot gone. At least he has the patchwork. Sat 3, pass. He's going to play the patchwork. There's a coup clock. There's a big welcome. Red Reboot. Fuck you, tongue. That's pretty much what was said. I'm pretty sure he screamed that to the top of his lungs. Here, he gives him another monster. Why don't you take that? I want to give you this present. It's big and juicy. I know you like that shit. So here's the first Dark Lord, and let's teach you some manners. Bye-bye. Doesn't kill him, but man, you just did a 1 for 8. I mean, I guess it's not 1 for 8 because you used polymerization, but you just blew up everything this man had. That was his whole life savings, and you just tarnished his life. And now we're going to bring these 2 back. Okay. I mean, not completely out of it. I mean, he kind of is, but does get like a 30 resets happening. I'm going to add Dark Lord Contract. Okay. And he just concedes. He doesn't want to play through this anymore. He's like, that Dark Lord, way too thick, way too dummy thick, can't deal with it. So, if you guys want to be in the top 5. Join the Discord down below and submit your replays in the correct channels. There's an area that says submit duel replays. I don't know if that's a little difficult to understand, but another thing you guys need to understand is when you submit your duel replays, you need to leave your ID and you need to make sure your replay is on. It's not private. You make sure it's public. Make sure it is a public replay because otherwise I can't view them. There was a handful I couldn't view, but I did view a lot of them. So pretty much viewed everyone besides the people who messed it up. So if you want to be featured, just make sure you got a good one and come on down. All right. Goodbye.